Hello everyone, welcome to chapter 267 on my RLDR Custom Creations YouTube channel. It is the weekly edition and I'm outside today and I'm going to talk about a project that I've been working on behind the scenes for quite a while, but I haven't shown you anything yet. So it's time to bring you up to speed. So if you want to see what I'm doing, all you need to do is stay tuned. Well, yes, we're outside in the great outdoors here. It's a little bit of a cooler day today, and the wind's up a little bit, so hopefully that doesn't affect my sound quality too much. But yes, I'm outside. I've been working outside, like I said on the last video, something that a lot of my viewers don't particularly appreciate, but I have been working on my lumber storage area here and that area over there. And that's the area we're going to be talking about today. Yes, this is my grandkids' playhouse area or clubhouse area that I've been working on finishing the lumber storage and that other storage area. I'm just about finished that. Plus, I've put a little bit of tar paper on the wall here, starting to get ready for stucco, which I was hoping to put the cement on this year, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think I'm going to make it. But anyway, then it'll go first thing next year or next summer. But I've decided to bring you in on another project that I've been working on. With about a month ago, as you are aware, we had what the climatologists in this area considered to be an F1 or F2, somewhere in between, tornado touchdown in our area. And actually, it was quite close to my place. The neighbors, probably about 300 yards down the street, got hit quite badly. Luckily, it was just trees. No, I don't think there was any home damage or anything. They had to clean up trees for a couple of days. And that episode created another problem that I'm kind of prepared for, but I'm going to do this a little better in the future. And we had a 28-hour power outage here. So, yeah, you want to try to keep the freezers running and all that stuff. So, yes, I have a generator. Of course, I bought it at my favorite store, which is Princess Auto, a number of years ago. It hasn't been used all that much, but the way we use it, I'm rethinking what I did originally. So, eventually, I'm going to move that generator to a new home, which is going to be right over here, and we're going to wire it to the house that way. So I thought in this chapter, I would explain what I'm planning to do. I'm just getting started on it now. And again, we'll do a couple of follow-ups on this once I get everything ready, or at least one. And I thought today I would show you the steps I'm going to take to make it so that my generator can be started up by just about anybody. So my wife, um, you start to prepare for things when you get my age. You think, well, all of a sudden somebody's here that, my wife maybe isn't very strong, can't drag the generator out of the shop where it is now and get everything hooked up. So we're going to make it so that there's no physical labor involved in getting this generator up and running. So I thought I'd show you that today. So anyway, here is my plan. Well, here's my generator. And I'm going to show you one of the main problems that would make it so that if I weren't around, my wife would not be able to hook this up by herself. Let's watch this. Yeah, it's got a nice handle and everything, but it's pretty heavy. And to drag it like this over a sill, a door sill, and things like that, it's just not going to happen. So I need to move it closer to where we plug it in, and in a way that it doesn't have to move at all. And that's what I'm going to show you. Well, right there is the new home for my generator. So it's about 16 feet from the house, and I've got services in already to connect it up to the house. And I'll show you that in a minute. Um, I'm going to raise the flap up. There's not much point in me showing you that. I still have a couple little bugs to work out with that. So um, I'll maybe show you that when I do a complete version of this thing done. And I don't know, I'm learning about that tarp. I may have to change that eventually too. But anyway, let's get it lifted up and go inside and show you what I have in mind. All right. Well, that's the final resting place of my generator, although not the way it's going to be yet. So, what I'm going to do is on the floor here, I'm going to put 1.5 inches of foam on the ground. And then I have some treated plywood that I'll sheet the base with, and the generator will sit on there. And then my plan is to build an enclosure around it, like cover it up completely and have an end panel. Okay, the handle will get down when I move my toboggan bending or steaming jig, but anyway, that's another day. That'll flip down, and there'll be a removable wall here. So it'll just probably be on pins or something. It'll just get pulled out, or maybe the wall will stay and there'll be a grate that lifts up, something easy. And that way we can get through flow ventilation to the generator when it's running. I hadn't planned on having the tarp up with the generator running because, again, if my wife's doing it, their chances are there'll be snow at the bottom here and it'll be hard to dig out and get that going. So my plan was that all my wife would have to do once the generator was needed was come to the back end of my grandkids' clubhouse and open this door, and the control panel of the generator is right here. I'm going to insulate the bottom half of this door and get that done, so that'll act as insulation. And then on the other side, we'll do exactly the same thing. And I don't have locks, not locks, but latches for these doors yet, so I have little bricks that hold them closed for now. But this would open, and again, well, that will just clip onto the floor there. And so now we would have flow through ventilation so my generator can run. And the tarp here will be down. So yes, these walls for the generator here around it, encasing it, the two walls and the ceiling that I need to build, they will, I think I'm going to build them out of fireproof materials, like maybe steel stud and uh, mineral fiber insulation, Roxol, which burns very, very poorly, and maybe covering it with what's the stuff called, Duarock or something like that, something tough, and something fireproof, because we don't want this to burn. Now this wall here, the outside wall for my lumber storage area in the bottom here, that is already insulated, and I don't need to worry about that. But to get everything to fit around I'll probably just put a flexible gasket on there so it pushes in and seals. So that's going to enclose my generator. Now, I have another problem though, and we get temperatures of 40 below here in winter. And this area here is not going to be heated. So after coffeeing with my coffee friends a few times, it was decided that maybe what I should do is put in or just buy a magnetic block heater and put a plug in here and plug that thing in with a timer, and then I could run that all winter, and the engine block of the generator would stay warm. And I think that's something I'm going to try. Uh, I haven't seen, mind you, I haven't looked lately either. I haven't seen anything like this on YouTube, but if there's somebody with ideas, I'd sure like to, if they would share them with me. Now, what's happening here as far as the wiring goes, my electrician buddy's coming tomorrow, and we're going to run power. The clubhouse and lights and everything here is already roughed in. So in fact, it's hooked up. I had a plug in here, a cord, and a plug in on the end of the wires here, and I could use lights in here in winter, which was really handy. These soffit lights that I would have never put in without my electrician friends suggesting it would be a good idea, and I know well enough to listen. And they have been so handy. It just makes it so much easier to dig things out, because in winter it'll be dark here at 5 o'clock in the evening, and if you want to get something out in the evening, you have very little choice. So anyway, so there's going to be hookups up there. That's going to happen, and I'll give you a tour of the clubhouse when it's a little further done. And then there's going to be a 110 plug-in here for the magnetic block heater, and then the generator hookup stuff. Like basically, I need to be able to plug the generator into a one of the generator plugs that'll go somewhere here. He'll figure it all out. I'm not worried about that. And then things are going to go underground. We don't have wire in the conduit yet. My electrician friend says that's not a problem to run that after. So this way, when he was busy, I got to at least close the trench that I had dug. And I forget exactly what exactly I dug that trench to, but I was doing it within local code here, and I just forget what that is right now. But it's going to come along here, and it's going to go into the house like the the wiring for the clubhouse will go into the house here and hook up to our panel in the corner of the basement there. And I've got the holes drilled and everything ready for that already. And then the generator stuff is going to come up here and into this box that I put up here to store the generator cord. And I have a magnet up there. Come on. No, there we go. Let's go the right way. And see that? That's where I stored the cord. So before, when I ran the generator, I'd move the generator out of the door, the walk-in door in the shop, and then I would come out here and plug this yellow cord into this female end here and into my GeneraLink here. And if you're considering running a generator to your house, I would encourage the GeneraLink. It's a little bit more expensive, but you don't have that transfer switch, and you have to decide which circuits are critical and which aren't. I can run any circuit in my whole yard because everything here runs out of the panel in our basement. So I just have to watch load. Like, I can't exceed the load of the generator. So, but I'm not sure how my electrician buddy is going to hook this all up yet, where he's going to put everything. But chances are there's going to be a short cord from here somewhere heading to my GeneraLink spot there and allowing the generator to hook up. So when this is all said and done, my wife should be able to come out here, open this door, and when she came down the steps from the house, open the back door first, open that one, open this one, lift the back up, hit the start button on the generator. This, we might have to plug that in, so that cord will be hanging here. Oops, sorry. That cord probably from about here, we'll just hang it down. So she might have to plug this one in, and then the other one we'll probably leave plugged into the end here, and she'll unroll the cord and plug the Generalink in here. And that would be all there's to it. Oh, I got it a little out of order. And once everything's plugged in, then she can go back and start the generator. My generator, now that I'm looking at it, I haven't told you a whole lot about it yet. It's an AI power generator, and it's fairly large. I'm not that familiar with generators. People tell me that it's quite large, so I take their word for it. So 12,000 max watts, 9,000 rated watts. It seems to be good. It's worked really good. When we've plugged it in, it's done everything that we expected it to. And I realized early on, when the first time I plugged it in, I happened to walk out to the shop to get something, and I didn't realize the power was off. I knew the power was off, but you get into such a habit of going into a room and clicking the lights on. And I kind of caught myself, but I didn't. So I clicked the lights, and the shop lights went on, and I realized that everything that's hooked up to this panel in our house, I can run. So, yes, of course, you don't want to overdo things. Like this last 28 hours when the power was out, our air conditioning would run. Yeah, talk about a first world problem. And I could hear it when the air conditioner started, but it just took it like a trooper. So, so far I've been happy with it. A couple of things I'm not liking about it, and it's not necessarily this particular generator, but maybe portable generators like this in general. Number one, it's loud. I almost feel a little bit self-conscious when I've got this thing blaring and my neighbors around me don't have a generator, although that's very few and far between now, but it's still loud and I don't like disturbing people. I like a quiet neighborhood, and I don't like making noise like that. So having it enclosed like this should work to cut that noise down just a bit. The other thing that I've run into, and I'm not sure exactly well, I think I know what the problem is. A coffee friend of mine, a power engineer, has done a lot of research on generators and furnaces and stuff like that. The last time we had a power outage in winter, my generator would not run the furnace. The furnace wouldn't start with this thing running. So the house did get a bit cooler, but luckily we're very well insulated as well. So uh, we are prepared for cold weather here. You just get used to it. And I wasn't happy with that because that's the first time I noticed it. We don't have power outages here all that often, and I didn't notice that it wasn't running the furnace. So um, a friend of mine, the steam engineer, says it's a grounding issue. Now it's bonded, unbonded. I think the generator's bonded, but it needs to be unbonded to run my furnace. But I'm starting to think um, that probably, in my opinion, means going into the generator itself. And I'm not doing that. One thing that was suggested, and I think it's for the opposite problem, that you can just ground, like if the generator was unbonded and needed to be bonded, this would do it. But I don't think I need that. And in fact, I'm going to take it out. So I'm thinking maybe to run my furnace, what I'm going to do, I haven't run this by anybody yet. And if you know a situation where this won't work, I think I'm just going to buy an inverter and install it in the basement where the furnace is, and make it so that it's plugged in all the time. And when the power goes out, I just plug the inverter into the furnace, and then we just bypass this whole thing. So that way the generator would keep the inverter charged, and I'd have clean power for the furnace. So anyway, that's just something. I could be way off base because, like I've told you before, I know nothing about electrical. But anyway, that's kind of the plan of what we've got going here. So the generators work good. I try to service it kind of regularly. The bad thing about these things is they just don't run all that often here yet. And yeah, it's I should change oil and probably change spark plug and do all that stuff this summer yet. But anyway, I think I've shown you just about all that I can show you. It's going to be nice to have the cords all running underground, so I don't have to worry about tripping over anything, and it all sets up nicely. So in winter, when I have my blower on my tractor, I'll just blow up to here and maybe a path to there, so that we have a good place to walk in case we need to do this in winter. So anyway, okay, well, you know what? I think I've certainly showed you enough of my toboggan building jigs there. I don't know if I'll ever use those again. I've got to put some racks up in here yet too. And that's something that's going to happen before the snow flies. So anyway, with that in mind, final shot of my generator. Let's close this video off. Well, this video's gone full circle now. I'm back to where I started. Yeah, I'm kind of, I'm never happy with the progress I make, but we're getting there. We got the doors covered now. I need to put a way to keep them closed, and I've just decided on a simple toggle clamp. We're going to put 2 on each door, and since this is all temporary, if somebody wanted to break in, they just cut the canvas anyway, so I'm not worried about locking the little doors at each end. So anyway, that's maybe going to be another video, and I'm a little further along here, and we'll go from there. I think this summer, though, the goal is just to get prepared for stucco. I think we'll put the cement on next year. I don't know. We'll see how much time I have. But with that in mind, yeah, the storm was a bit of a wake-up call for me. I need to make sure that my generator is convenient, that I can plug things in that I need to plug in and start it up, and away we go. More importantly, if my wife has to start it on her own, with that heavy generator, there's no way she'd have dragged that thing over the threshold of the door in the shop. So this way, this will all work. And plus, an added benefit, hopefully it's going to be quieter, and then I won't annoy my neighbors quite as much. Although that one has a generator. I don't know if those guys do, but across the street they do, and yeah, there are quite a few generators around here. So yeah, I'm just hoping that it can be a little quieter and a little easier to use and easier to get out and to pack up. So that's what this was all about today. So yeah, like I say, that's about all I've got to show you on this. If you want, I'd sure appreciate some subscriptions. Again, we're slowly starting to climb again, but I think I've got quite a bit of time before I need to start working on that 1,000 subscriber giveaway guitar, so I've got time. But anyway, with that in mind, like I said, like, share, subscribe. Try to always think about your neighbors when you're doing a project, and if they think about you, then everybody's happy, because I don't want to be the noisy guy on the block, and I know my neighbor doesn't, and my other neighbors don't either. So if everybody just gets along, things are good. So anyway, with that in mind, take care, have a wonderful week, and we'll probably see you on the weekend edition, maybe a tad earlier, because I have a function I need to go to this weekend. So we'll see if we can't pick a simple topic and get it out on Friday. Anyway, take care. We will see you on the next video.